is Lola Shay from The Lola Shay Show. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock right here on IAXISRADIO.com for hot topics, cool conversation, and me, your host. Gotta love it. See you there.
IAXIS Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXIS Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Happy New Year, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody had a happy, wonderful, and very festive holiday. You know what I'm saying? Welcome into the new year, and welcome to another edition of Community Megabytes. I'm your host, DAVON Franklin. We're here on IAXIS Radio, and we got a banging ass show coming to y'all for the new year, man. I hope everything, is lovely, and hope you enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start this bad boy off right with the new Donnie Ross record right here, man. It's gonna be out here on all streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? This is Monday night right here on IAXIS Radio, Community Megabytes. Let's go.
Always making game, work out in your benefit. Hollow turn your inside to spinach. Hitting from the jump, playing tough in the benefit. Giving outside of rap, membership. Please don't be sad, showing frustration. Paper work bad, mad, it's all information. Get your wife your hair dryer. Cut a leg, let it burn in the air fryer. Now we in the wheelchair, you stand by it. Put a foot on the damn lie. Seems you exaggerate the truth. Standing on the ground, looking stoned is gonna aggravate the youth. Regardless what you do, hold yourself accountable. People looking down on you, your crew. The end is coming soon. As you taking your last, the last step is death. The rest in the room.
It's a problem when I lose it. Try to check glued to your screen like it's Monday night TV. Doing anything to keep to watch me. Your eyeballs burning ultra focus like HD. It's cartoonish how y'all lose that. They have it. We can have it. Written all over your face. Roger Rabbit, I can take my place, but can't have it. Directly yelling, cut the use of scene. I full breaking. They watching me. Imitations, leaking stunts, and just waiting. Titties fighting words as I take these plays. Pledge your hand, no prep. Guess me for your last breath. Can't believe that my presence got a bit so fat. You still living with your last time that I checked. Spin off shit, that makes the moves, never master the steps.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's Monday Night by Donnie Ross and Autumn Guinevere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on all streaming platforms right now. You know what I'm saying? Go check that out. Well, we're gonna start off, you know what I'm saying, the show as we always do. You know what I'm saying, talking about a little bit of news and politics that's been going on as of late. And since the last time we've been on, there's been a whole lot of stuff going on. So, you know, I mean, we're gonna get this discussion started right quick. You know what I'm saying, about the if you know what's going on, man, you know what I'm saying, there's not really too much of that really needs to be discussed. And you know what I'm saying, you know, as far as, you know, the chaotic situation, you know what I'm saying, that is beholding us with our gangster government. And right now, we getting ready to assist, you know what I'm saying, in this conversation, you know what I'm saying, you know, with my brother, you know what I'm saying, Devin Frank, for point of contentions. So we gonna get into this conversation, man. What's going on with you, bro? Happy New Year, bro. Your audio's off. You gotta unmute yourself.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Sorry about that.
All right, that's what's up. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So, what's been going on with you, man? How's everything?
You know, a new year. If others have New Year's resolutions or to build on the design and continue to try and take over the world.
Yeah. Unfortunately, man, there's a lot of it's a lot of misdirection shit going on, man. It's like, you know, dude, you know, it's trying to like rewrite history and shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's not really looking good, you know what I'm saying?
Rewriting history.
As opposed to blaming the Capitol Police, you know what I'm saying, for the January 6th situation that came about. So, you know, we're gonna do this little clip right here.
Before.
Right?
We talked about that before. And I'm wondering, I want to see more of the investigation on it, because I thought it was, and I'm not going to say it was a hoax. There were people that lost their lives and stuff like that, but I think it was blown way further out of proportion. And I believe that there were more people that were supposed to be involved that could have prevented it from happening. And I think that information will come out soon.
Right. Right. So we're gonna go ahead and check this clip out so you know exactly what it is that they're talking about, what is being accused of. Right. Let's check this out. Fair
Well,
use.
it is the 5-year anniversary of the attack at the Capitol, and the White House is now accusing Capitol Police of escalating tensions that day.
The Trump administration claims the deadly attack was nothing more than a peaceful protest. ABC's Perry Russum has the details tonight.
On the 5th anniversary of the deadly attack at the Capitol, the Trump administration is attempting to rewrite history. A new page on the White House's official website mischaracterizes some of the day's events, from alleging protester Ashley Babbitt was murdered in cold blood and posed no threat trying to climb through a barricaded door, to accusing the Capitol Police of escalating tensions. Winston P. Jones is a former U.S. Capitol Police officer.
5 years ago today, I was called a traitor, violently assaulted in the line of duty, punched in the face, pepper sprayed, and thought, I'm going to die here on the steps of the U.S. Capitol.
House Democrats today holding unofficial hearings they say sets the record straight. On Trump's first day back in office, he issued sweeping pardons and commutations for more than 1,500 January 6 defendants.
You refused Donald Trump's pardon. Why?
Because it was a lie. January 6th was an insurrection.
After storming the Capitol, Pam Hemphill pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge and was sentenced to 60 days in prison.
I am guilty. And I own that guilt.
Former leader of the Proud Boys, Enrique Tarrio, was pardoned by Trump after being convicted of seditious conspiracy. He called for a peaceful march today in memory of Ashley Babbitt, who was shot and killed by police inside the Capitol.
A year ago, exactly a year ago, many of us were sitting in a jail cell trying to figure out if we were going to get pardoned or not. We did trust the president, but, when you're in there, you have to think about it.
During that demonstration, dozens of people marched to the Capitol pushing conspiracy theories about what happened 5 years ago. They were met by counter-protesters. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Yeah, man. That rewriting the history is not looking good. So basically, you're trying to say that the Capitol Police were the ones that were responsible for inciting the riots on January 6th. So that's simply not true. So
watch the film, listen to the testimonies, and let more of the evidence come out.
What are you talking about? Watch the film.
Pretty simple.
That's
simple. As they're investigating, let the investigations coming out. I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that.
What investigations are you talking about, bro?
Like, we're sitting back talking about, like, oh yeah, the January 6th insurrection. All right, how many people lost their lives?
The people that actually, they were actually charged and jailed for the insurrection. Like,
by what administration? I mean, of course that was going to happen. Okay, and like, what's your point?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the point? It's like, oh, so
how many people died on January 6th on the January 6th insurrection?
What difference does that make, though? What difference does that make? Huh? I mean why would it matter in the point of whether or not, how many people died, justify what was actually happening? What was actually happening was actually, what the lady actually said. One of the ladies said that they went down there because it was told to them that Trump was actually going down there with them. You know what I'm saying? And he actually told the crowd that he was actually going to march down there with them. You know what I'm saying? So,
and he also instructed the crowd to be peaceful.
But see, here's the thing: he never showed up. He never.
Right, but he also instructed the crowd to be peaceful, didn't he?
Well,
like, you have that on film, right?
Also, but you also have it on record that when it was not peaceful and they was trying to get some type of civility into the crowd, and they wanted him to do more to calm the crowd, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't budge. You know what I'm saying? Even recordings from his own son, reportings about his own son, was said that this would be bad for his legacy if these people actually do what it is that they're out there doing. He need to say something because this needs to stop, and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't budge. So, but I mean, that's a little here nor there in the gangster government that's going on right now. I mean, after all, we got, we're not doing, Pirates on the Caribbean type things, you know what I'm saying, as we, taking our shots over at Venezuela, you know what I'm saying, and hijacking, oil reserves and, you know what I'm saying, just blowing up boats. But I mean, we're going to check this clip right here and have a discussion on that. All right. Yep.
The United States hit Venezuela with a large-scale strike early Saturday and said its president, Nicolas Maduro, had been captured and flown out of the country. Here's what to know. Multiple explosions and low-flying aircraft were seen in Caracas in the early hours of Saturday morning. Maduro's government immediately accused the US of an imperialist attack on civilian and military installations. US President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that Maduro had been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. He added that the operation was done in conjunction with US law enforcement. The apparent attack itself lasted less than 30 minutes. Trump said in his social media post that the strike was carried out successfully. It comes after the Trump administration has escalated pressure on Maduro, who has decried US military operations against alleged drug traffickers as a thinly veiled effort to oust him from power. It was not immediately clear who was running the country, and Maduro's whereabouts were not immediately known.
Well,
okay. I thought it was fascinating. We have one of the best militaries in the world, if not the best military in the world. You were talking all that yang, dancing in front of the videos and all of that other stuff. And we straight went to your building and snatched you and your wife out and took you to justice. Now,
justice of what?
Whatever it was that he was accused of doing, because it wasn't Trump that actually initiated all of this stuff, was it? Wasn't it Biden that put a $25 million bounty on pulling in Maduro? Wasn't it his orders? Like, that's where that came from, wasn't it? And so was this just
you know what? You know what's amazing about people that have the MAGA talking points is that y'all always manage to try to point to somebody else. Who cares about?
That's not pointing to somebody else. That is somebody. If somebody besides Donald Trump had gone in there and got Maduro and brought him over to the United States for justice, they would have got paid $25 million. That was an order that was issued by Joe Biden. When you say what about Biden or whatever the case is, they just did not have the stones to get it done. And this guy did. And the reality of this whole situation is this. If all of the stuff that had just gone on in 2025, all of the laws, all of the executive orders, all of the breaking down of Iran and all this other stuff, if that had been done by a Democrat or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or fraudulent walls, everybody would have been singing the praises of it. If it had been done by anybody else, everybody would have been singing the praises of it.
No, they would not.
Trump. And that's just
no, they would not.
Intellectual honesty,
bruh. I'm explaining to you why they would not. Number one, because he did it sneakily. You didn't go through Congress. You know what I'm saying? And you use
why? So that they can get on stage and start grandstanding and doing all this nonsense and make that make sense.
No, because you would have to explain and legitimize your reason for going in. And whether
here's another whataboutism.
Whether or not
the drone striker in chief or whatever the case is never really asked for any congressional anything while he was out there drone striking people. And now you're going to tell me it's a whataboutism, and I'm going to tell you that the president sets the precedent. And so why does he need why does he need the counsel of these people so they can jump on the camera and start telling our position and what it is that we're trying to do? You go over there and you get it done.
Because this clip that I'm getting ready to show right now from Max Blumenthal is the reason why you go through congressional order.
The truth about the CIA founding the cartel of the Suns to ship cocaine in the United States was exposed to a national U.S. televised audience by Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes in 1993, back when 60 Minutes reported on the CIA and not on behalf of the CIA. And just quickly to respond to Virtual Ambassador Story, who accused me of ad hominem attacks, you are a government official, you are a veteran coup plotter, and it is legitimate for a journalist to scrutinize the activities of a coup-plotting government official who in February 2021 hosted a insurrectionist summit at the Marriott Hotel in Bogota, you with Leopoldo Lopez, the US-backed coup leader who staged multiple failed military coups and led violent riots that saw Afro-Venezuelan citizens burned in the streets. Check out Orlando Figuera. and Carlos Vecchio, the fake ambassador to Venezuela, who is actually the lawyer for ExxonMobil, which seeks to regain its control of Venezuelan fields. This is one of the most deeply anti-democratic opposition movements led by Maria Corina Machado, who has led several coup attempts in Venezuela. I mean, it's basically like January 6th again and again with the sponsorship of the U.S. Embassy. Violent riots that have killed hundreds. I personally watched Maria Corina Machado attempt to take over La Carlota Air Base in Caracas while the U.S. was trying to ram aid trucks into Venezuela, which the Venezuelan opposition subsequently burned and blamed on Maduro. This is a corrupt opposition that stole millions of dollars from Citgo after the U.S. stole it from Venezuela. This is a corrupt opposition that has paid millions to U.S. mercenaries like Jordan Goudreau, who I interviewed, who has personally described to me what the real agenda here is, which was for Trump Incorporated cronies to get their hands on contracts and to plunder Venezuela's rich mineral wealth and oil. Ambassador Story revealed the agenda himself when he appeared on a straightforward propaganda piece for regime change on 60 Minutes and said, Nicolas Maduro is a bad actor sitting on the world's largest oil reserves. Well, that's why you consider him a bad actor, because there's plenty of bad actors in the world, and neither of you will condemn ICC wanted war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu or call for his arrest, will you? Neither of you will talk about Ecuadorian President Daniel Noboa's role in the international drug trade through Benita and his family shipping company. I mean, the list goes on and on. I could spend the next 45 minutes talking about U.S.-sponsored bad actors, but there are bad actors. The reason Maduro's a bad actor is because he's sitting on oil reserves.
It's only fair that rather than giving you another 45 minutes to expand on that, let me ask Ambassador Story for his. I'm going to give you a right of reply to that. So respond.
I mean, of course. I mean, Max is often wrong and never in doubt. That's his stock in trade, and he will never say anything bad about Putin because that's where his finances come from. If you actually listen to what I've been talking about,
accuse me of being funded by Russia?
I've been specifically talking
about. A U.S. official is lying about me being funded by Russia. This is all they have is lies.
For supporting democratic actors in the country. Nobody wants to talk about Fernando Albán being thrown off the 10th story of the Helicoide. Nobody wants to talk about Captain Acosta Arevalo clearly near death in court begging for help. The human rights abuses, the killings, the destruction of institutions within Venezuela, and then you have this democratic opposition which has done everything. They've gone out into the streets and they've protested. They've run in elections. They've won elections. They've negotiated with
military coups.
They've organized coups.
At the end of all of this, they win an election, and that's still not good enough for people. So I'm going to stick with the Venezuelan people. And the Venezuelan people voted him out of office, and I believe he should be gone.
Well, no.
And when you look at the Venezuelans celebrating about his capture and all of that, I've never been to Venezuela before in my life. I don't.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Back to my point. See, now you would be a little more legitimate had you gone through Congress to justify what your reasoning, what your actions are. I also hear, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, the oil companies that they're trying to get to go in there don't even want to go in to Venezuela because they don't have the machinery. They can't use the crude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's going to cost them more. And being that
we have the tools to use the crude.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The invasion to go get the crude, the oil reserves are still under contract to other entities. So those contracts don't get null and void because somebody comes in and takes over the fields. Those contracts still have to be abided to. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not, it's going to disrupt the whole trade deal around the world, because now people are going to have a problem. Investors is going to have is going to be very skeptical about putting their machines and their companies in areas that could easily get taken over by another government and null and void their contracts.
That's why we're in there until they're able to establish their government.
No, okay.
That's why we've taken over and we hold control until they have their government established.
So basically, you're legitimizing my claim that we're not against the government. Why did
that we're now the gangster government?
Hold up. Why IAXISRADIO says why did he use U.S. law enforcement for this campaign and not U.S. military? If it's to continue to create peace and not destruction.
Why did he use U.S. law enforcement?
They use well, I could tell you they use U.S. law enforcement because they can act because they calling it a narco-terrorist operation. So by using U.S. law enforcement, they don't have to go through Congress to use for military force. By using military force, they have to go through the Congress. You know what I'm saying? To actually call it a military operation. So it's more or less like a military operation cloaked over law enforcement. So that's the reason why it's going on. And yeah, back to the Sarah Palin penned phrase, the gangster government. This the gangster motherfucking government right here, dog. This the gangster government right here, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Are you not
No. Everything about it, from the disobeying court orders. You know what I'm saying? You know, when the judge sent out them orders that said them planes are not to fly out there to take them detainees off to them foreign lands, and they said
have the authorization to do that.
They basically said F the court orders. We're gonna do it anyway.
You have the authority to do that.
Law don't go around here.
Political theater. They didn't have the authority to do that.
What do you mean they didn't have the authority to do that?
Obviously they didn't.
You can't consider somebody a terrorist or anything without going through due process. And
now we're going through due process with Maduro, and people have a problem with that too.
A lot of those people that was detained weren't involved in no gangs. This is the reason why. This is why we have due process. You can't just come along and say, "Well, I'm gonna snatch you for this particular."
Let me ask you a question: if you came across a border illegally, you're breaking the law, right?
That's not even a punishable law that's going to get you detained and locked up, even on the civilian.
You pass their borders, like in these the dictatorial countries that people talk about. We're in a dictatorship over in this country, or whatever the case is, right? They come over here, they're getting caught by ICE or whatever, and they're being taken back. In the real dictatorial countries or whatever, if you try those shenanigans at the border, you are going to be executed, period. That's just the fact.
And it's a matter of fact, you saying that shit, that's the incident that's going on right now in Minnesota, where they actually shot, where an ICE agent actually shot some damn body, a U.S. citizen driving away after alerting the people that the ICE was in the area.
Okay.
Which is her legal right. Yes, I know, because you keep trying to defend the indefensible. But I want to get to another clip right quick. We're not. What happened?
Defend the indefensible.
Yeah, I mean, for like when you call it political theater, I mean, you know what I'm saying. I think it's kind of cute, you know what I'm saying, about when I make
circle back around. If they were going
when I make reference to the gangster government, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like how many presidents would have actually gotten away with a lot of this stuff that is that's being done right now? You know that
Obama got away with a whole bunch of stuff. What are you talking about?
You know there are reports that's going on right now
saying Nobody got away with a bunch of stuff. What are you talking about? What report? Sorry, go ahead. Say that again.
You know, there's a reports going on right now that's talking about Russia and China getting involved with the situation in Venezuela, because the oil tankers that they're hijacking belong to them from their agreements. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Okay, and so this is what we can put together out of all of that stuff right there. Venezuela, number one, is in our backyard. That is a close proximity, okay? And they're doing business or dealings with countries that we're at odds with. Is that a fair statement? Is that a fair statement? Now, throughout the history of the world, there has been conquer and then divide and conquer and all that other stuff, or whatever the case is. They already have business dealings with Venezuela. Are those business dealings that they have, China and Russia and all that, are those business dealings helping the people of Venezuela, or is it stuffing their pockets? Well, based on the video evidence, or whatever the case is, that money was not going to the people. So are you going to enrich our adversaries? You're going to enrich our adversaries with the riches that are in our backyard, or whatever the case is, and the people aren't happy about that because the people were actually celebrating this dude's ouster, or whatever the case is. So the people that actually live there and are affected by what's going on, or whatever the case is, are not happy. Okay, and so yeah, you may have business dealings with those other countries or whatever, but it's not to the benefit of your people. It's to enrich your own doggone pockets. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to protect our backyard. We're going to put in the government that they actually voted for, not the one that actually took over and didn't cede power or anything like that.
But
put their government in office, and then in our backyard, we're going to give them the power and the weapons in exchange for the goods that we're getting. I'm not going to take you to the promised land without you paying for gas. That's just the way it is. It's an equivalent exchange. We give them protection. We give them a way to get out of this regime that's not good for the people or whatever, and try and build something for themselves. And in exchange, we're going to enrich ourselves, because that's the America First agenda, or at least.
No. Here's the thing. First of all, they didn't ask for it. They didn't ask for your protection.
Well, they're dancing in the streets for it.
No,
and if you say they didn't ask for it, then why did Joe Biden put $25 million on a bounty for it?
Well, if that's the case, then why not go through Congress to talk to them about going there? Why do it
go through Congress to put the $25 million bounty out? What is that? What else is there to discuss? There was already a bounty out for this dude to get brought to justice. Why hasn't it been done?
Wow, y'all really have that self-righteous justification identity issue going on with y'all, because y'all honestly no. Hold on, let me talk. I let you rock.
And Joe, and this is what I did. I voted for the person that I felt was.
I'm not talking about who you voted for, my guy. I'm not talking about your
self-righteousness or whatever the case is. I want America to win. And if you don't, shame on you. If you're an American.
Time out. Hold on. America's not. Hold up. Time out. And I let you cook. I need you to be completely quiet right now. America is not winning when it alienates its allies, my guy. It's not winning when it creates enemies. It's not winning when it's isolating itself from the world.
Bro, America's not winning when it's alienating its men. For the past 4 years, you were told it was wrong to be a man, toxic masculinity, and all the other stuff that's going on. As opposed to worrying about the world that we don't live in, how about we take care of our own backyard? How about there be some pride in being an American in the first place?
Bruh, what does that have to do? What does that actually have to do with him trying to go take out him making references to take over Greenland? Which should he make a move on that is going to destroy the countries.
Don't we have military installations in multiple countries?
What happened?
Don't we have military installations in multiple countries?
We also had military installations in Greenland. They're a NATO ally.
If you allow him to take over Greenland, then now we have an American influence overseas. And we can build strategically overseas, and we don't have to waste so much gas and energy and all the other stuff and money trying to go towards those doggone battles. We're already there if we're called upon. That's the backing that the European Union would get by the tariffs that turned into negotiations where they're now buying our weapons. You see how this comes full circle?
No.
Greenland, if we're over there in Greenland, not only are we giving them weapons that they negotiated for because of the tariffs, but now we also have a dominant presence there to help them in the worst case scenario.
But you don't. They're your ally. You don't need to. You don't need to make threats with taking over the country. But I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it completely 1,000 because I don't want people to get everything misconstrued like I'm a political pundit. I'm not. Truthfully, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as universal karma is concerned, I'm enjoying the fuck out of all of this. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really have to get, you know what I'm saying, too overindulgent, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, what I mean with the universal karma of all of this shit. But I like hearing the talking points, because the talking points that you actually display is a lot of the talking points that I actually hear when I listen to right-wing media. And a lot of it is misinterpreted. A lot of it is misdirected. A lot of it is false. No. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I'm not a political pundit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give folks a rational, common sense of, you know, for you to look at it at a common sense way. Because what you're watching the actual decline of that great American empire that y'all keep boasting about. You're watching the fallings of it right before your eyes, and y'all not
You're watching. What you're watching, I agree with you to a certain extent. What you were watching the past 4 years was the degradation of United States of America, because you weren't supposed to be. And now, and what you're seeing now is them trying to grab foothold of us losing what it is that we built so much.
No, bro. What you're seeing right now is the rapid decline of the country based upon arrogance, ego, and fucking greed.
What I just saw this past year was a reduction.
Let's not forget to add a nice big slice of hate on top of it, which is how this whole shit got started in the first place. So how you understand how it begins is how it shall end.
Bro, you say that there's a whole bunch of hate, right? And here's what you say that there's a whole bunch of hate and all that, and that's fine. You say that there's a whole bunch of hate, and that's fine, or whatever the case is, right?
I mean, the whole ideal of rewind the clock and nationalism, which is white nationalism. Let's not mistake this shit. This white nationalism that they've openly promoting and that you're openly waving the fucking pom poms for in this conversation with me.
Nationalism, dude.
Yes. The Nick Fuentes of the world, the Charlie Kirks of the world, all these people who actually been out there spewing white nationalism and basic hatred,
bro.
That's now the pedestal of.
Let's look at this from a different perspective, because we like to go ahead and put race on the thing, right?
No.
I say that that's no hanging fruit. You say that's white nationalism. For the past however many years, let's take 10 years.
Bruh, slow down, bro.
Being a white male was a contagion.
Bruh, slow down before you make yourself look even more foolish.
Don't tell me I'm looking foolish. Let me finish.
White people will tell you that there's race elements to this. Because they know.
Yeah, they're apologists. I don't want you to not be proud of being white. I don't want you to not be proud of being black. I don't want you to not be proud of any of the races that you actually have.
Bruh. Who told them?
Be proud of your race.
Bruh, who
Be proud of made in America first.
Who said not to? The thing that see what being proud to be white and basically talking down the hysterical fucking ills of the country are two separate fucking things. And the thing that people are trying to basically rewrite is rewrite
the crime they didn't commit. They weren't the slave owners. Their ancestors were. And if you want to be technical about that shit, there were slave owners our color as well. Slavery is not a white or black.
Yeah, those who was able to afford to buy back their fucking relatives.
Slavery didn't start in the United States.
Bro, I gotta move on to the next. I gotta move on to the next segment. I didn't even get a chance to get to my last two clips, but we'll have another discussion at another time. All right. Have a good one. We're gonna close this segment out with a new hot one by Zilla Cartel, and this record is called, man. He decided to bring it back with this dope remake right here, New York State of Mind. This is on his the Classic Killer mixtape that's out there right now on Bandcamp. Go make sure you go check that out right here. Community Megabytes on IAXIS Radio. Let's go.
Zilla. Classic Zilla Cartel, it's a killer that's just a sample. Classic killer that's just a sample. Classic killer that's just a sample. Technician, what up? Zilla. Classic killer. Classic killer. Classic killer. Hey, Bets. Hey, Bets. Hey, Bets. Yeah, Zilla Cartel, the classic killer that's just a sample.
Simple hand exercises. Over this Zilla Cartel, welcome to the Classic Killer. Salute Apex Music.
Classic
Kid, Shine, I see it.
Apex.
So like I said, what we're gonna do here is Zilla Cartel over classic, timeless joints. BX Move. Let's get it.
Rappers get body for real, I'm a walking homie, I'm ill. A force is golly, I send my shooters to torture lobby. Give them the chills, can't even wear any crosses around me. Rappers really lost and found me, off the boss, of course to crown me. I'm on New Yorker proudly, rolling and roam the streets. 12-12, digital scale, picture with no relief. I keep the biscuit on me, quickly I slit your don't be. Sip a miss a hit your homie, built the fish, your bricks is on me. Angel Clips is on me, they'll lead the back flips. I watch these niggas scatter like roaches soon as the mag spit. Ain't paying tariffs or taxes to even bitches lashes. I kill a pussy dead, hope will get your casket. I can't swim, I'm still burning bridges to ashes. Way back when we wore Nautica, you know the status, just know this killer classic. Behold, I'm known for madness, look at all the flow we traffic. Fuck the world of prophylactic, I'm a pro Atlas, New York the whole Atlas. Queens niggas know for stacking in the X, they know for fucking home east side. Yeah, nigga, there's no relaxing. When BK in the building, you know what's cracking. And shit out to Staten, we the Big Apple, Zilla Cartel, the classic killer that's just a sample. Right. Timberland, trample, snuff, nigga, one ball smooth, can even find no luck in this bitch. We throwing horseshoes, whips with 5 on their horses, bosses with loose suits. Even
this what we doing in New York City.
Zilla. Acting like you somebody, nigga, no one know who's. Blowing Buddha with my main shooter, we from the same school. First gram to sing hallelujah, nigga, we making moves. You want the moolah, the cream, them niggas know the rules. I watch this shit straight tank, now it's none in the bank. You paint the walls, bloodstained paint. Another rapper can spank, not only are you all at your pace. Niggas is out the rink, I have you leaking all at your face. Now we know what you ain't. The classic killer, the last of the golden era. I'm pulling flows out the cellar, unload with an old Beretta. I'm big in the Gucci sweater, king of New York reminding. Nas Escobar with a tech in the army lining. My greatness looking real late, but it's perfect time. And Zilla the Apex, your sec, you rewind him.
Yeah, BX state of mind.
Right.
BX state of mind.
BX state of mind.
BX state of mind.
Boogie down across New York.
BX state of mind.
Zilla.
Niggas always confused with this one.
This is the DJ from the Bronx, New York. This is the Classic Killer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was dope. The Classic Killer right there. You know what I'm saying? New York State of Mind. That was Zilla Cartel. You know, make sure y'all check that out on Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying? So right now in the studio, I got Mr. Ken Davis, you know, gang specialist, as well as co-founder of Off the Wall.
Off the Wall.
Yes, sir. How you doing
Thank
today,
you. I'm
sir?
doing okay.
Yes. All right, so
this is nice.
Yes, sir, man. That I'm sorry. I kind of got a little thrown off the last segment a little bit. So now you know, getting my bearings and shit. So you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Shout out to my brother, man. Love you, Def. Love you, boy. Love you, man. You know what I'm saying. But we go back and forth like that. Okay. So, but yeah, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about yourself. You actually, you know, you come from Yonkers, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, sir.
I was born in Terrytown.
Okay.
And I moved to Yonkers when I was 5. I attended all the schools. They're gone now. PS7, Longfellow Junior High School, and the old Yonkers High School.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much, I call myself, I guess I'm a Yonkers person.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So you did military service?
Yes, I did. I did it like after I attended Mount St. Vince because I wanted to change my skill because it was cheaper for me to go into the reserves in electronics.
Okay.
So in 1980, I went into the United States Marine Corps Reserves.
Okay.
I stayed a year out in the Mojave Desert.
Okay.
Man, I died 1,000 deaths each day out there.
I
was
imagine.
in the desert.
Right.
And I came back, and then I became a substitute teacher. I was a teacher at King School, but I was on the weekends. I was doing my reserves.
Okay.
So when my 6 years was up, I was already in the Yonkers Police Department in 1985. So what I did, I weighed how much I made for overtime compared to how much I was making the weekend. And I kind of told the Marine Corps goodbye.
Makes
You
sense.
know? Yeah.
But thank you for your service anyway.
I'll take it.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? But what was it like with the transition? Because I know a lot of servicemen actually do make that transition from military to police.
Well, it's not that hard. You have like a lot of civilians will say paramilitary service. Civilians will say, very rarely you're going to hear a veteran say paramilitary service. But I think I was kind of groomed to it. I mean, growing up, I was in the Cub Scouts, the Weeblos, and the Boy Scouts.
Okay.
I'm not sure if anybody doing any statistics on that. But it was just a military thing, and when I came to law enforcement, I just fell into it.
Yeah. Even with the Cub Scouts, it's like a little structure and order and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
You're out in the woods and all.
Yeah.
You're just you're not out in the extreme weather.
Right. Right.
You can call mom and say, "Dad, come get me."
Now, I want to talk a little bit more about you know what I'm saying, the gang specialist unit, because that actually kind of like correlates into the other topic that we're going to talk about as well. You know what I'm saying? So would you like to talk a little bit about that?
Okay, I came on the job in 1985.
Okay.
And from 85 to 1990, I pretty much was at the 3rd Precinct. I was there for a couple of years. I walked the street, the beats. I mean, I patrolled the areas at night. I mean, it's very interesting. You're out in the street like 2 a.m. in the morning, just walking the streets.
Right.
You know? And I was good for that experience because one of the things I do, I read on the black history of the black cops. And back then in the 1920s and 30s, they were walking the beat around the clock. So anyway, up until the 90s, I was in the task force. I became a member of the task force, 3rd Precinct Task Force. We did some things, narcotics arrests, we did surveillance, we did a lot of things. And by 1990, I was doing undercover work, which was very interesting because it might be funny because it was during the time of Miami Vice. So everybody in the unit didn't wear socks.
Right.
In honor of Miami Vice.
Okay.
So I became, I had a disorder, I had a lung disorder called sarcoidosis. So that took me out of the picture. So when it came to like putting me back on the force, I was put in community affairs. So I was in community affairs from 1990 to 2000. And matter of fact, I'm writing an article on that because that's the only place I've been to was a whole decade. So you've seen how community affairs work compared to traditional policing.
Right.
And the supervisor I had started with Lorenzo Paul, God rest his soul, one of the very few black supervisors that I worked under. Matter of fact, I might have been the only black supervisor. That's just like me being a teacher, and you having in your whole education career, you only had like one black teacher.
I was just, you know what? I was just thinking about that. It's like, you know, I remember the name of certain teachers because that's the first black teacher that I ever had. So I remember her name. But like, and that goes all the way back to like the first grade. So that's interesting that you said that.
Yeah, well, especially like if they major in math and science. And,
Yeah. So now the you know, what was the public what else did you do in the public?
And community affairs. Okay.
Community affairs,
You gotta realize during that time, it was like the offspring of the desegregation case up there. So you had like a lot of stuff going on. You had usually with community affairs, people figure, well, you're going to have sensitivity training. Now, I was one of the instructors.
Okay.
I went to the academy, a 2-week course, and I became one of the instructors.
Okay.
On general topics. So I taught on, in the police academy, I taught on gangs, graffiti, organized crime. I taught sensitivity training, you know, which was, I mean, sensitivity training was more better with the people coming out of the academy than it was annual training.
Right.
Because you have to try to convince people, hey, this stuff works. It doesn't work. I'm out there. It's not working.
Yeah.
So,
sensitivity training.
Well, back then they called it sensitivity training. I don't know what they're calling it today. Who knows?
In the military, in the military, they used to call it sensitivity training, like, you know, try not to say this or say it this way or something like that. Like, you know, certain issues that, you know, may, you know, offend people, you know, like sexual harassment, causes and stuff like that.
Well, I had an agenda. I mean, we had the agenda we had to fulfill. But I need outside references. Daniel Goleman, emotional intelligence. I was teaching that.
Okay.
And also the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Okay.
We come to like paradigms and the whole 9 yards.
Okay. Now, how did you get into the graffiti?
Okay.
The graffiti.
All right. During that time, during the 90s, it was across the board, across the United States. The trend was that suburban areas are being invaded by graffiti vandalism and by street gangs. Okay. Me, I didn't see that. I saw that very rarely were gangs coming up from the 5 boroughs and infiltrating the suburban areas. If anything, parents made it and they were able to live in the suburbs. Okay.
Right.
At that time, you have what they call suburban gangs. If you want to read about them, there's Daniel Corrin. He does a whole thing on suburban gangs, affluent rebels. So back then in the 90s, we was chasing more like affluent rebels than we were like Spanish or black gangs. But there's a whole different things. I mean, you heard of the white flight.
Okay.
But there's a bright flight where you have like people of color that have resources and they're able to move.
Right.
We have people of color that have resources.
Now, what would you say there was some was there anything uniquely similar to how a lot of these groups would actually move and operate?
Well, it seemed like back then every group came to the plate and did their thing. You know, I don't know if it's based on, maybe it could be a raise in the population. Who knows? Nobody probably never did a stat with that. If we have gangs or graffiti, what does the population look like? Is the youth population high, or what's going on? Well, like I knew I was given that because they knew I was an art major.
Okay.
So the board said, well, since you're an art major, you handle the graffiti, and pretty much in law enforcement, it works the opposite around because law enforcement will say, well, hey, look, I'm not an artist, I'm not an art critic, but you broke the law.
Right.
Permission. So
Right.
the whole concept between vandalism and graffiti art is just permission.
Right. Right.
So go ahead.
Go ahead.
So when we had Off the Wall,
I'll
now
hear it.
mind you, now Off the Wall was not sanctioned by the Yonkers Police Department. That was something I did on my own. I was a executive board member of a community center, Yonkers Community Action Program.
And what inspired you to do Off the Wall?
Well, matter of fact, the CEO of that time, Judy Wilson, you know, she said, you know what, there's a grant out here, blah, 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 blah. I understand you was an art teacher. Here's your chance to have your first art class.
Okay.
So we was able to put together Off the Wall, and we was being supported by the Youth Service Bureau, and at the same time there was a coalition of property owners that would give us walls for them to do.
Right.
So you need permission, and at the same time you had the New York State Health Department.
Okay.
So these guys, the grant each year, it was $89,000. I ain't seen not one penny of that because I was a board member.
Right.
But if you can see the picture, that's PS12 back then, and the first artist to go on the wall was Say Six. I think Say Six is somewhere in England now. These guys that partake in Off the Wall program, if you Google their names, they're pretty much famous. We had one famous guy, Cess.
Okay.
Okay, now Cess, the deal was when you come into Off the Wall, you have to sign some type of agreement that you're not going to tag. Okay, we're not going to tag in Yonkers.
Okay.
Whatever you did outside the borders of Yonkers, that was something. So that's Say Six.
Okay.
So, but Cess was Cess got caught by street crime tagging. And I knew the guys that arrested him too.
Okay.
You know, and as a matter of fact, I went to go photograph his tagging. I don't know where it's at today. I must lose like 30% of my photography picture. But
Right.
Cess was thrown out. If you Google Cess, he's pretty big in the graffiti world.
Okay. So what was it like, you know what I'm saying, first at first arresting them for vandalizing?
Well, you know what? There's a thing called I call it dual nature. D-U-A-L, dual nature, and that was the whole thing with community policing back in the 90s. Can a community unit do public relations and do intelligence at the same time? I can do it.
Right.
Because the only difference is that the difference is permission. All right. Okay. The guys that were Off the Wall never gave me any information. After I developed my skills, I was watching what was going on. I was able to apply to apprehension stuff. I mean, in my armoire, I must have like over 50 graffiti books. Okay. And only probably 3 of them was worth anything. But I utilized that. So from 1996 to 1999, the police department made over 250 arrests. Okay. And I would say like a good half of that, maybe a little bit more, was based on investigation. It wasn't based on direct observation.
Okay.
But once direct observation came into play, I photographed the tag, and I was able to match them to out there and bring them in on that.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a quick music break, right quick, because we're gonna do some more discussing right here. And what I want to do is I want to play this joint. Donnie Roz, which also circulates right there on the Spotify's and all your DSP stations that's rotating right now. We got this joint out here called Isley Money Remix. It's gonna be on mixtapes all around the land. So we're gonna take a quick music break, and then we're gonna come back and talk a little more about Off the Wall and some of the other things that Mr. Ken Davis it got going on for the community right here on Community Megabytes on IAXISRADIO. Let's go.
Shit, Isley Money, man. Why, yo, nigga?
Keep your dirt in the jar, I know when it's potent. I don't shoot up in the club, more like an explosion. Chicks don't want a man to smash unless he got motion. But they bodies wore out and they pussy corroded. I was told not to speak until they have spoken. When things great in your life, just cherish the moments. Give back what you put in the time and devotion. Crack addicts have a habit of constantly smoking. Shopping cart with flat screens, you know they were stolen. Behind the scenes, pulling strings, your thoughts were provoking. Different leaders, same cloth, the Greeks and the Romans. When the city's under siege, it's hard to control it. Glass shattered on the ground, part of the omen. Jake Paul took a fall, his jaw was broken. All smiles and trash talk, heavy promotions. When they had a face off, you seen who was focused. Motherfucker. Yeah, I got this rap thing down to a science. Your restaurant is shut down if it's out of compliance. If not the best, then why, yo, then I'm one of the nicest. You thought right, drop the mic, my opinion is biased. Poking the bear, now you scared, y'all having a crisis. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, you bums looking lifeless. Losing weight, big mistake, don't say it's a diet. One-way ticket to the sky, now you're really the flyest. I know cats that give you that, but they really conniving. In the box, stressed out, solitary confinement. Jameer Gibbs running clean, offensive alignment. Linebackers watching film, they blew their assignment. It's your career, don't let a setback and nothing define it. When they think you lost a step, it's your job to remind them. Any errors with your craft, just get it corrected. Might disliking what I'm saying, but gotta respect it. It's getting hectic for y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Community Megabytes, Inspirations and Advancements. I'm here with Mr. Ken Davis talking about Off the Wall. Now, a lot of the art expressions that we do see in the graffiti is actually has a lot of reflection on actual life. Like I noticed on some of the arts, on some of the graffiti you had, they was had things like talk about AIDS,
Right.
the AIDS epidemic. That was
Well, Off the Wall had a theme. And the thing was, all of their productions or murals or canvases was based on HIV awareness and AIDS awareness.
Okay.
And we had a person there that was she was a nurse. And they'd be sitting down, they'd be talking, and they understand the whole concept of when HIV starts, when it turns into AIDS and the whole 9 yards. So when these guys are doing their murals and people around them, they're explaining to them about HIV in the medical content in their own words.
Right.
This was done by Kurz. Kurz was one of the few artists that came in.
Okay.
He's still out there. He's still out there doing his pieces. You know, these guys are well known. We have like King B. He came on to
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stroll through and look at some of the artwork. You could pick
this Fly ID.
Okay.
Clark, Fly ID.
Right.
Okay, and these are some guys. Matter of fact, it's interesting. One of the guys that did this is Merck.
Okay.
And what happened, I'm a vet, right?
Yeah.
So the vet down in the Bronx had the photography course.
Okay.
All right, so they started saying, well, there's somebody in Yonkers that do photography, and Merck is like, listen to Yonkers, right? So I come in, and Merck was one of the artists in this group.
Right.
I didn't know that he was a vet. And so he was teasing me. That when I'm in this session, they call me the graffiti cop. They tease me all the time.
Right.
Be careful what you say, Davis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But Merck, shout out to Merck.
Oh.
This is, I believe, Pose 2 did this.
Okay.
He goes underneath Mad Max, Mad Most. He's going to kill me. I'm gonna stay with Pose 2. How long have I known you? And this King B, you can see his symbol right there, King B. And then one of the guys in the group became one of the most notorious graffiti writers in New York City. He was in the top 50.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that's Ovi. Ovi don't like me.
Oh, okay.
I had to bring him in.
Okay.
But I mean, he's a top dude. I mean, he's out there.
Right.
You know.
Right. I can imagine.
Yeah. I'm pretty much, if I'm in the club, I'm like bringing my boys, because, with their crew, the graffiti crew will get down in a minute more than the street gang.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And after 32 years, I've never been at the bottom of a pile, so I ain't starting now.
I understand that. There's another one reference to HIV.
HIV, this is Kurz again.
Okay.
Now these places, these pictures were taken between 1990 to 2002. But they're not up around. But look at the color and the design. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah, for real. But that's around the time that it was like real heavy. You know what I'm saying? And throughout all the communities across the world. So yeah.
So what they do with a black art teacher in the school? They put him in the worst class. They handle the worst. They never had a classroom. This is my classroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Clark Fly ID again.
Okay. Wow. Very talented.
Yeah, look at this. This is cool, and the Fly ID. And Cool is from Spain.
Okay.
So every now and then I hear from them over there.
Okay.
So you have like a lot of European artists coming over here. And just they think New York City is the Mecca.
Okay.
They always have that beef between who started graffiti first. Was it Philadelphia or was it New York?
Right. Yeah. I hear that a lot too now.
I say these guys don't know because they don't sit down. They don't write down their stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like it's just a matter of somebody showing somebody who took it over here, and then be like that sometimes.
But different places have different styles, and the way that I was able to break it down, I broke graffiti down into 4 parts, especially the tag. You can probably break this down. You have the name, you have the format, you have the style, you have elements.
Okay.
Now names, most gang members' names will fit either some type of extreme personality or some type of extreme physical fitness. Like Shorty's gonna be short.
Right.
Somebody who's crazy most likely gonna be local.
Right.
But in the tagging world, they use like a lot of tangible, intangible things. So the format is like the tag all the way up until the production. But most of the vandalism is done with the tag attached to an acronym to show what they belong to. It may be throw up. But they're unbelievable.
Yeah, they are.
And if I didn't photograph them, you wouldn't even know that they existed back then.
Right. This is
a nice one. This is Clark and Cy.
Are some of these? Are most of these still up, or they
Nah, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Matter of fact, this is Babcock. If you look across the street, that whole project was torn down.
Okay.
And this is just the art aspect of it.
The artist pay. Yeah.
But they was getting paid good.
Yes, sir. So let's talk a little bit about hold up.
That's jail.
Okay.
Guys.
Yeah, so understanding the game.
Understanding the game.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about.
Okay, it's based on the graffiti and game, the graffiti and gang grant that I have, and one of the things I want to do, I want to keep on teaching about graffiti, art, vandalism, permission, and try to get these guys to realize that sometime when they're out there, they put themselves in danger.
Right.
Like sometime now they evolve to where I guess they're surfing on subways.
Yes.
That's a danger. And sometimes you have people going into tunnels. Have you ever been on the platform, you see a train come in? And is that much space?
Yeah.
Is that much space in the tunnel?
Yeah.
And they don't talk about that too much. I mean, when I do my Google alerts, I always put like graffiti accidents or homicides or whatever. You'd be surprised how many people in this country died by falling from tall buildings. And even like the crews, like it's crazy. Okay, I get it, don't snitch. But if you're out there somewhere high, your boy falls, you should at least go somewhere and call on the phone call and say, hey, yeah, so and so fell, somebody's down there, but you don't say nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the sweeper comes by and finds a dead body.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
you know, you just got to educate them.
Okay.
You know, and I know some parts in England, what they do with kids, like they teach them first aid.
Okay.
Because sometimes, something happens, and a lot of these cases, they bleed out.
Yeah.
But nobody does first aid.
Right.
You're sitting there and you're waiting for the ambulance to come.
Because a lot of them don't know how. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
an intricate. That's an intricate. skill.
So ideally, which is not going to work.
Right.
You hope the guy who shot the person is there trying to revive him to get a lesser charge. Right. Yeah. But at least there's boys there. At least you can do something to the to the medicums.
Okay. So where a little more about the organization, understanding the game, and some of the other
understanding the game. I think kids should understand that. So basically what I do, I try to tell them about gangs, graffiti, and all that stuff. And Miss Pettifer, who's on there,
right.
I don't know if you can bring it up.
Okay,
but she does like the planning and the scheduling.
Okay.
And she's very good with kids,
Right.
Because I know sometimes, 32 years of police officer, I know sometimes my aura might come out wrong.
Right.
But she's there to talk about it, so we all talk about it. So when they have like what they call paradigm shift, they learning something new, and she would show them, okay, this is what you're going to do. So when you have paradigm shifts, you're like at ground zero. So how do you build yourself from ground zero to go into this new thing? And she's pretty good with that.
What's the ultimate goal and achievement that the organization itself is actually trying to achieve as far as?
Well, I'm trying to get young adults to realize when problems are coming, and if there's a problem, try to trust an adult to help you out, because you can't always handle it.
Yeah, that's true.
You try to do something, somebody gets stabbed, and you're trying. I mean, there was a case where somebody got stabbed, and you throw them in the vehicle. Now you driving around trying to find a hospital, and guess what? The time you get to the hospital, the person bleed out, but you didn't put first aid on.
Yeah, that also goes into the thing that we was talking about earlier with sensitivity training. You know what I'm saying? Because as like you said, like you was just saying, with the kids being, if they have an issue, they have a problem, they should be able to come to talk to an adult. But at the same given time, you have adults that actually may have to be taught, you know what I'm saying, how to respond when the child actually comes to them with an issue.
There's one thing in our program we talk about, and a friend of mine turned me on to. He was a manager down south, and it's called 5 Generations.
Okay.
And in the workplace, you can have 5 generations. So pretty much when the kids come in, or young adults come in, everybody in the group has to go to that chart and put when you was born.
Right.
Okay, so I'm a baby boomer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm a baby boomer. So now I'm dealing with Generation Z. I need to be in front of me because I don't memorize all of it.
Well, I think we're in Generation Z right now. You know what I'm saying? I come from Generation X.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The what is it? 65 to 80.
Yeah.
65
I
to 80.
don't have the chart,
Yeah.
but there's a communication difference.
Yeah.
Because sometimes Ms. Pettiford, like, it's funny because I did a thing on gangs. I wanted to show how gangs affect famous people.
Right.
So what I did a thing on the Bill Cosby show.
Right.
Now you've seen the Bill Cosby show.
Yes.
You know the kid that played his son,
Theo.
Theo died in the drowning.
Yes.
But Bill Cosby's actual son died by a gang member.
Oh wow! I didn't know.
A lot of people don't know that.
No.
Ennis. So this guy Theo is modeling after Ennis.
Right. Wow.
So what happened? Being, like Bright Flight. His father's is wealthy. So he has a nice vehicle. Right. So he's driving in California. He's driving down the road. He had the flat tire.
Okay.
He's changing the flat tire, and these other kids pull up at this. I guess a stop where you stop and you can have a picnic and all that stuff. But these I think it was 2 males and 1 female. They're on drugs.
Right.
They're on drugs. And one of the guy is drugged out, so he sees something down the road, so he's going down the road. Now, the people who was there would say that all they heard was gunshots. Supposedly, what he did, he went down there, he robbed Ennis. And Ennis wasn't giving up his money and his gold fast enough, so he shot him dead.
Wow.
Matter of fact, if you go to YouTube and pull up that whole situation, the guy who shot him is a grown man now. He got life, you know. Matter of fact, that was the quickest trial I've ever seen.
Right.
And supposedly he was a gang member. He was a little bit between a Latino gang, but then again, could have been a white supremacy gang because depending on where you are in prison, who you're going to team up with.
Right.
You know.
True. True.
Because some teams, how can I say, minority groups can work with white supremacy groups, and others can't.
That's true. That's true. That's
know?
true. Yeah.
Now on the West Coast, you have like the Black Gorilla family. They're in there. So when the Bloods and Crips come in, they straighten them up. And we're fighting against MS-13. We fight. Forget that.
Yeah. There's a different type of gang politics in the
And
prison.
matter of fact, you know what? I ran into some young brothers at the gym I go to. That's what I do. I go to the gym every day.
Okay.
Because people are passing on younger than I am. So, and one of the things I told them, if you ever get a chance, is this documentary called "Bastards of the Party."
Yes.
Bastards of the Party. So what are the bastards of the party? The bastards will be the Bloods and the Crips. The party will be the Black Panthers. Because they was being targeted by the FBI. So when you take them out of the neighborhood, remember they did a lot of stuff, you know, and they were like really close to crime, closer to crime that I want to be closer to crime too. So I have to be careful what I say.
Right.
I don't want no conspiracy coming to me because nobody keeps their mouth shut, you know.
Right.
But when you look into that, they just took them out and they didn't know what the plan was. They start going against each other. But it's very interesting.
Well, I definitely look forward to speaking to you more about this. But where can people actually locate you so they can, if they want to contribute, get involved, or
Well, they can find me on Instagram. On Instagram at the Graffiti Identity, 2 eyes in the middle.
Okay.
Just contact me to my DM, and in that group that we're talking about, the understanding the gang, we provide free gang training. What we're doing is free because I'm on the grant. All I need is just an audience, and we go there and provide, do the whole thing for you.
So when you say gang training, what exactly does that mean?
Anti-violence, anti-gang stuff. Get them out.
Okay.
Now everybody's not in the gang. Sometimes they're shooters.
No.
Sometimes shooters are like, oh man, they're functioning on the how can I say?
Now is this something that parents could actually get involved with, because a lot of things that could actually curb when you're dealing with gang activity and gang violence is like what we call that predetermined. You know what I'm saying? We're like recognizing the signs before they get involved, before they even think to get involved with the gangs.
Yeah, but you know what? With the way fashions are today, is you have to really examine it.
Yeah. So do y'all provide the training for like say for parents to actually come in?
Yeah, if they want, contact me through my DM. If you have a parent group, we'll go to your parent group.
Yeah.
Okay. Matter of fact, we attach to the PAL up in Yonkers.
Yeah.
So we go there and we talk to them. 20 minutes out of the ball game, we talk to them.
Yeah, that way the parents could actually get a hold of the kids before they actually get themselves embedded, involved with that, by checking out and recognizing the signs when they start dressing a certain way, start putting like certain, start drawing, like you said, the art references and stuff like that.
Right.
So you talk about prevention, you know what I'm saying, and like kind of like curbing, the violent situations and violent outcomes that we actually have going on with as far as gangs. Because right now they do have a movement going on right now currently amongst gang members, certain gang members, where they drop the flag.
Yeah, well,
movement.
I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? So and I commend them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Salute, keep up the good work, because we do need to educate these babies. You know what I'm saying? But like the parents, you know what I'm saying, those that, especially those that are learning, are looking to get involved, but actually don't know what to look for. resources and education like that would be
Well,
good for
sometimes
them.
what they can do, they go to PAL, they go to YWCA, the YMCA, you know. And one of the things that I did back in, what was this, 2000, because I was in the gang unit at that time. You ever heard the Violent Interrupters?
The Violent Interrupters.
Snugs?
No, vaguely.
Okay. Basically, it's a concept that came out of Chicago. We have community-minded people. Community-minded people. It could be someone who did time. It could be an ex-gang member. And they're part of a group, and their concept is to go out into the community and try to squash small beefs.
Right. Yes.
Okay,
sir.
small beefs, right? So when it first came out, and as a matter of fact, it happened across the country. When it first came out, I was chosen to be the liaison between Snugs and the police department. Let me explain why. When Snugs was out there, they was having problems with plainclothes unit. There's nothing new. It's documented across the country. Because as a matter of fact, in one documentation, now I'm new into the rap gang, Coolio, right? Gangsta Paradise.
Yes.
LV is one of the singers.
Yes.
Okay. Now LV was chilling out in his neighborhood. Police came up on him. Looked at his tattoos, the whole 9 yards. He got a letter 2 weeks later saying, "We believe you're in the gang."
Yeah.
So now, different departments handle it different ways. And I'm not telling you any top secret. If you Google it, you know. So some police departments will let you know if your child, or we believe you're on the gang database. Others will let you know if, like on the West Coast, if you're a minor, they have to send a letter home to your parents that we believe that your kid is in the gang database. It's a gang member, so they put him in the gang database. And you have opportunity to appeal the process. Some of it's hard, some of it do get by, but LV had to get a lawyer. And it's ironic because here's this guy saying Gangsta Paradise, and the guy never been in the gang. But if you get a chance, if you Google it,
that's the first time I'm gonna check that out. And it's amazing because it went from stuff like that, what you just got finished saying, to now, you know, they making identifications predicated off of what people are saying in the records. Right. You know what I'm saying? As well as their affiliations and tats and stuff like that.
So I think by now it's like when they use rap, either you infuse the crime into your music, or either they going to use that for judge you and what type of person you are.
Okay.
I never touched it. I stay with the graffiti. You know.
I get it. But thank you for coming through and blessing us with this info, and definitely want to bring you on and we discuss more with the understanding the game and and everything else that we got going on.
But yeah, I mean, it is a game. It depends on, like when I'm out in Chicago, I do the National Gang Crime Research Center. If you get a chance, Google that, the National Gang Crime Research Center. I've been going out there for like 25 years, so this is the last 2 years I helped MC the conference. But one of the things I do what they call the Gang Ethics 101.
Okay.
Gang Ethics 101. So what is the Gang Ethics 101? Even in Gangsta Paradise, we all have a role. I have my role as a gang officer.
Right.
You have your role if you have your kid. Everybody has a role. So Gang Ethics 101 is pretty much for the person who are researching or even investigating gangs. Like, for example, certain criteria is like you might be walking down the street, you see somebody talking to somebody, gang member, they don't know. But if you're straight up in the neighborhood, you just can't come out of your house and not talk to anybody. So if I'm riding by and I see you talking to a documented gang member, there's a possibility that you're going to at least have one strike or one check on you. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it's not top secret. I mean, if you Google this, you'll find it. You know.
Hear that? All right, Ken Davis right here, Community Megabytes, Inspirations and Advancements. We're gonna take a quick break with Zilla Cartel.
Do I get a chance to play my mixtapes? I don't got no mixtapes. They're up in the attic. Cassettes.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna as we go through the process for later on the show, we're gonna show more of the footings of the footages of the pics of the graffiti work from
yeah.
the organization.
They're unbelievable. They lasted for 12 years, from 1990 to 2002, and it was a great experience.
Yo,
you know,
yes, sir.
Great experience.
All right, this is Zilla Rising DJ Mix, Zilla Cartel right here on Community Megabytes, IAXISRADIO. Let's go.
So monsters do exist, and this monster's name is Zilla Cartel. My name is Tech Strategic from the Bronx, New York. This is brought to you by Apex Music. Now watch.
Kick this one here for me and my DJ.
Zilla rising and enterprising, they minimizing what the many needs, trying to be what I'm emphasizing. Exercising my excellence, I'm pessimist.
Kick this one here for me and my DJ.
Zilla rising and enterprising, they minimizing what the many needs, trying to be what I'm emphasizing. Exercising my excellence, I'm pessimist.
Kick this one here for me and my DJ.
Zilla rising and enterprising, they minimizing. Zilla rising and enterprising, they minimizing. Zilla rising and enterprising, they minimizing. Zilla rising and enterprising, they minimizing what the many needs, trying to be what I'm emphasizing.
Kick this one here for me and my DJ.
Zilla rising and enterprising, they minimizing what the many needs, trying to be what I'm emphasizing. Exercising my excellence, I'm pessimist. Never make a move, trying to wound my intelligence. The optimist, see the world through my oculus, is obvious. I'm the world breaking, bring apocalypse. Pops a hit, 100 shots at your favorite eating spot. I need a lot, came from the bottom, that's why I see the top. Penthouse views, I've been through. I've been married to this game, like I said I do. Y'all know all the shit I've been through, been paying dues. In and out of every yard, they doing voodoo. Popped up, illuminating, fumigating, meaning somebody got smoked. I need some ventilation. 10 vacations, I'm just saying. They don't let me in this bitch, I'ma shoot my way. Kicking doors like a young Big Smalls. Frankie, baby, got dead beats, you play with your kids, so never play me. Meditating, clear my mind and I claim it all. Levitating, bitch, I'm fly, your niggas fall. They wanna know my life like a fly on the fucking wall. Instinct grams, no pics, you gon' like them all. Fight for my life, that's a fight worth fighting for. Like a strike twice when I write, holy weapons fall. Bring it open, fuck the world, I'm eloping. And I'm so raw on the wall, don't need a Trojan. No tricks up my sleeves, just keys with plenty G's. I ain't getting no sleep, QB, RP. Never will I fall off, forever I'ma prosper. Like one said, you ain't even in my class. No monsters, Maybachs, like some mobsters. Hot out, nothing but smoke, like some rosters. Iconic, prophetic, problematic, problem solving. All I need is an automatic. Move like a dynasty, yes, nigga, bob and weave. I'm unemployed but getting blowjobs. Nothing on the weed, niggas don't want no smoke, like nothing on the weed. I rose from nothing, interrupting the powers that be, like the league in assists and moving bricks. Watch the drama breed as I proceed and well equipped. Snakes slither in they hits. My grass low, got the K's with the drums in them. I'm Castro with microphone supremacy. Enemies, the silence, I show my dominance. Niggas bleed, it's nothing, just keep the ganja lit. Riding like Pop in 96 after the hit. A-wall in this bitch, gotta start some shit. I'ma finish, diminish. Your niggas ain't the playoffs, yo, we just a scrimmage. You copy the drip, this shit is finished. Expensive, you drunk off cheap liquor, you finish. That do say, 100 shots, make your whole roof cave. I don't need a roof, I'm ruthless, no toothpick.
All the boys is big. Now watch how we scream. Oh yeah! We can do this too!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Community Megabyte. Hey, what's going on, Terra Vocals? About your bell. Let me see who's in the chat, man. Yeah. Tyrone Green. Peace, King. What's going on with you, baby? The Lola Bay from the Lola Bay show. On point. Oh yeah, man. That was a great interview, man. Shout out to Ken Davis. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin Sunny Days for helping for setting that up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's been pretty good so far, man. I like that information, man. Right now we're gonna get into my Did You Hear That Yet segment. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna start this off right here with a nice smooth banger. We're not gonna waste no time with it. This joint comes from one of my favorite groups that I've been hearing for the last couple of years, man. Is the Austin Gray Project, and they got this smooth joint called "What Would You Mind?" And you know, y'all let me know in the chat how y'all feeling this. You know what I'm saying? So you know, without further ado, Austin Gray Project, "Would You Mind?" right here. Did you hear that yet? Community Megabytes on IAXIS Radio. Let's go.
In the morning, first thing that I'm wanting is your body. So damn bad, you're everything. Can you feel what I feel? It's so good, I know it's real. It's getting hard for me. Baby, can't you see? I need to know. Baby, would you mind if I touch it in the morning? Baby, would you mind if I touch it till your body says yes? Baby, would you mind if I touch it in the morning? 'Cause if you don't mind, baby, we could have a good time. Wake up, can you hear that? Your body, and it needs me. Whispers, take that right here, complete me. Can you feel what I feel? It's so good, I know it's real. It's getting hard for me. Baby, can't you see? I need to know. Baby, would you mind if I touch it in the morning? Baby, would you mind if I touch it till your body says yes? Ooh, baby, would you mind if I touch it in the morning? 'Cause if you don't mind, baby, we could have a good time.
project right here, Community Megabytes on IAXIS Radio. I love that one. That's smooth, boy. They keep dropping them bangers right there. The next artist we're gonna get into, gentleman by the name of Jace Wilder. You know, we got another smooth one for you. I hope y'all enjoying this right here, man. This one's called Promise Me. We got that for you right here. Did you hear that yet? Community Megabytes. Davon Franklin on IAXIS Radio. Let's go.
Sitting here thinking about all the days you would be here and you say how I'm gonna make it one day. And no matter, you would stay with me. Blows my mind that you're still here through it all. You've been my girl, you're my lucky star. No matter where you are, you make time for me, yeah. You're real with me. Oh, you're my lucky star. No matter where you are, everything you need is at your feet. Pleasing you, girl, pleases me. Those days when I was just getting by, you were always by my side, making me try. Now I'm soaring up to the sky, and I know you're the reason why. You're the woman who rides or dies, and I want you in my life. You're my lucky star. No matter where you are, you make time for me, yeah. You're real with me, yeah. You're my lucky star. No matter where you are, everything you need is at your feet. Pleasing you, girl, pleasing me, yeah. I wanna give all the things you want and need. You're my dream, girl, you're my dream. You're everything in the world to me, yeah. Oh, you're my lucky star. No matter where you are, you make time for me, yeah. You're real with me, yeah. You're my lucky star. No matter where you are, everything you need is at your feet. Pleasing you, girl, pleasing me. You're my lucky star. No matter where you are, you make time for me, yeah. You're real with me. Oh, you're my lucky star. No matter where you are, everything you need is at your feet. Pleasing you, girl, pleases me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lucky Star, Chase Wilder. Had to get that title correct, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right here, Community Megabytes on IAXIS Radio. I like that joint, man. We're gonna go back a little bit, you know what I'm saying, from last year. One of my favorite joints that we've been playing, you know what I'm saying, on the show as of late, you know what I'm saying? It comes from I want to say from what would we call it? Sport, huh? Yeah, it's spiritual royalty, gospel royalty. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we gonna get into this record, Blessings by Carvin Winans, right here on Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet on IAXIS Radio? Let's go. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? And we getting ready to close out the show for the evening. I get a chance to take a little time, you know what I'm saying, talk a little bit in the mic, which I rarely ever do. I'm usually in a rush to get this get this over and done with. But, you know, had a whole lot going on, you know what I'm saying, over the weekend. Not the weekend, over the holidays, over the last few months. Last couple of months, over the last year, for that matter. Over the weekend, you know what I'm saying, I had a little ailment, little sickness, that kind of like quick flu thing that came flashing through. So for those of y'all out there, man, you know what I'm saying, y'all be careful out here, moving around, moving about, because, you know, you got things that's going on, you know what I'm saying, and people getting sick left and right. So be careful of these illnesses, you know what I'm saying, that we got going on, you know. Like we was talking about earlier on the point of contention is the stuff that's going on, you know what I'm saying, in our nation, you know what I'm saying, with our politicians. And I don't, I don't speak to cause offense, you know what I'm saying. However, I try to speak the truth, you know what I'm saying, from how I see it. Hey, what's good? Shout out Tyrone Green. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to talk, you know what I'm saying, just spitting, you know. I try to be factual. I try to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And not try to be. I'm honest. I be honest. I'm trying to be honest with, you know, and forthcoming with my views and you know, I'm not, you know, whatever. But, you know, neither here nor there, man. We got a lot of things getting ready to come out and come on full circle. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Donnie Ross, who I'm partner up with. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this run. So on January 16th, Friday, January 16th, you know what I'm saying, be on the lookout for the Donnie Ross Good Eats 4. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the full title of that last segment, but you know what I'm saying, full Good Eats Volume 4 is coming to you on the 16th. You know what I'm saying? Be looking for that on all, you know what I'm saying, digital and streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man stays working, man. So it's gonna be an honor and interesting to work with this guy and see what it is that we could actually do together on you know what I'm saying, our Batman and Robin shit. You know what I'm saying, how that move. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to get my mind, you know, situated and fluctuated around all that, plus some other ventures that we're working on here. When we working here with IAXISRADIO, Al, and everybody. So we got a lot of things that we're talking about, a lot of things that we're trying to put in motion, you know what I'm saying, and timing is moving. But without further ado, we're going to close out this show, you know what I'm saying, with Donnie Ross, you know, featuring Queen Dia. This is coming from the Good Eats Volume 3. Volume 3, Full Course Meal album. This song is called Intensive Care. I want you to peep that out, enjoy it. We're going to come right back. Community Megabytes, IAXISRADIO, DAVON Franklin. Let's go.
Yeah.
Don.
We finally made it.
Queen Dia. Why, yo. I'm back in my element, bars unlimited. I shine bright like how the stars are sitting. Dear summer, tell these niggas I'm getting my flow back. I party like a rock star, I'm coming to show that. Queen Dia, being me, it is what it is. This is girlhood, it's the way that I used to live. I had to be tough, I had to be sturdy, had to be gritty. Now I'm a diamond, I shine pretty. Still the hottest in the city, really, but they don't like that. I'm the one they talking about, but they won't fight back. And I'm real cold, won't fold like an ice pack. Yeah, nigga, if I want 'em, I snipe that. I'm like that. Did a couple shows for niggas, couple features, but when you a threat, they leave you straight on the bleachers. Still on the game, dropping, that's a hundo. I love karma, my bitch eat. Look how the cookie crumble. I love karma, my bitch eat.
All day.
Getting my flow back.
I hear you.
Back in that mode. Let's go.
Watch this. Untouchable, I'm the Iron Man. Dick your moms down, slap your pops with a frying pan. Take my autograph, I know how to spot a fan. Body in the trunk, the remains in Rotterdam. Upstate, smarter individuals move dumb weight. Staying out the limelight, while in hindsight you slice a crumb cake. Do the math to get your dome split in half. Clear water turn bloody in the bath, off for the cash. friends with benefits, I called it. No more kids though, DNA getting flushed down the toilet. Hit my line if it's important. Flow still fire, don't ignore it. The rest of y'all boring. Queen D, I got her foot on your neck. Mom fucked the way to your pocket, you hoped it was sex. Ugly sight in the morgue when they opened your flesh. Your death wasn't something I was supposed to regret. Who was supposed to regret it, man? Hey yo, Queen D and Donnie Ross, we sending y'all motherfuckers to the trauma unit, you heard? Intensive care. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can find that on the Good Eats Volume 3, Full Course Meal. That's Donnie Ross featuring Queen Dia, Intensive Care, on all digital streaming platforms. So, check that out. You know what I'm saying? And, and also, if you're looking to get your music played on my playlist, you know what I'm saying, on the show, feel free, man. Send me your MP4, MP3 for video, MP3 for music, and please send me a JPEG picture. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying, we can post up so we can actually get a visual so people can actually see who you are. Right there, the email dayRF13@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? I will definitely, take a listen, take a view of what you got, and then we will have it right here for you on IAXISRADIO. All right, so that will conclude my show. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Welcome to the new year. Happy New Year. First show of the new year. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're going to have a little hiccups here and there, whatever have you not, but we don't care. We still moving. We still grooving. We still growing, right? We're going to take you out of here with another Donnie Ross video. This is from the Good Eats Volume 1, all right? This song is called Ignite. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna come back with you next week, so we're gonna elaborate a little more on this Good Eats Volume 4. But this is Donnie Ross Ignite from the Good Eats album, Volume 1. And everybody, shout out to everybody that's tuned in, that's been in the chat, everybody that's supporting, everybody that's breathing and doing well and looking out for each other and trying to do what's in the best interest for his fellow man, fellow human being. You know what I'm saying? Live, love life, take care of each other. Peace.
It's grown up things right here. Get your mimosa. Bringing my 3-piece out for this one. Yo, School, what up, man?
Ignite my fire. Take me higher for once. I know that you've been waiting on the right time, but I'm telling you right now, the fire. I've been waiting on someone. You've been on my mind, office, so baby, you know you're getting this good love.
Open up your private office, let's have a discussion. Elevate your mind without pushing any buttons. Take you to the highest floor, no interruptions. Dressed up on a corporate level, looking seductive. Plenty work to be done, you trying to be productive. Papers on your desk, time to make a few adjustments. Push your keyboard to the side instead of rushing. Two familiar faces, smile, no introductions. Do a little role play, fulfilling your fantasies. Climax, eyes rolling back is a guarantee. Co-workers mad at the fact that you got it made. Just because the sun's shining, they still could be throwing shade. Lean over the counter, please don't be afraid. Tell your boss the meeting after lunch has been delayed. I got flames to ignite your fire. Anything that your soul desires.
Ignite my fire. Take me higher for once. I know that you've been waiting on the right time, but I'm telling you right now, the fire. I've been waiting on someone. You've been on my mind, office, so baby, you know you're getting this good love.
It's not lust at this point, the vibe's here. Get off at 9, 8:45, I'll arrive there. Dinner reservations for 2, party been lit. Prada shoes, Stuart Hughes blazer in a slim fit. Grown adults, we moving on our own accord. Showing results, a night of fun is the reward. Japanese, Lebanese, Greek or Italian, asparagus, sugar snap peas under the salmon. I was flying by so quick, but who's counting? Lights getting dimmer through the dinner, still lounging. You know the song, let's get it on when they announce it. Something spill, wine on your blouse, then change outfits. One touch leads to many if we allow it. Searching for that fountain of youth, I think you found it. I got the flames to ignite your fire. Anything that your soul desires.
Ain't not my fight.